Good morning. I did this reading today at 7:15 a.m., which gives us a number 11, a civic number. And today is March 6, 2025, which is a 1-8, which is a 9 reading. And I'm using Rider Waite. Today is Thursday, Thor Day, or Jupiter Day. The beads I suggest are rose quartz for unconditional love, amethyst for intrusion and navigating this energy with intuition, as there is some big changes underway at this time. Amnesite for integrity and community, selenite for cleansing and calming, mangano, calcite for self exceptions or expectations to kind of help yourself with your esteem, and anything black to ward yourself against these highly negative energies that we are all in, that is really truly meant to keep us from experiencing delight that's actually really coming in. So what do we have today? We've been getting a lot of major arcanas, and I want to say that, and they're the lesser numbered cards in a deck, and yet we're getting them so regularly that all I can think is that the system, the stars, want us to know that they have us in hand. And I know this is true, and I know many of us feel frightened by what we're experiencing, the level of power and control. But trust me, people, there's something so beautiful coming for us that I just only can say that hang on, because it's going to get better. And here we go. We have the star card, which is going to relate again to 11, the 11th house, Aquarius. Pluto is in Aquarius in the 11th house at 3 degrees, where we are learning to communicate with an edge towards our master number 11, paired with the Lover's card, which pairs up to our 3rd house and currently has Jupiter and Moon separating, where we must stay grounded in compassion, finding our sense of peace. So here we go. With the master number 11 symbolizing intuition, insights, and alignments with higher consciousnesses, as hidden truths are revealing themselves, as we transform our group dynamics, friendships, and long-term goals. There is something right now on the brink of our information in our pipelines that will shift our thinking, this tension building, as explosive ideas versus practical communications are unfolding. And we have Moon separating from Jupiter, which has been in detriment for some time, bringing us an emotional clarity. As we see that the directions being pushed actually has not got any possibility of actually happening, Jupiter, justice says that for all involved, that basically, even if it seems as though some of the darker things happen and they're agreed to, down the line, they'll be removed. We are not taught that our universe has us in her loving arms. She wants us to be grounded as we integrate wisdom, justice, and well-being for all. We are gaining a sense of emotional depths and must use our discernment. This quincunx that we're in, which is a 5-house difference, says that there is massive tension between Jupiter in the 3rd house in detriment, that we must reconcile our personal growth with external relationships, the moon. This separation is giving us the needed clarity to move forward. Learning to trust your inner wisdom. Pluto says, for sure, there's massive tension in our group dynamics with miscommunication that requires balanced perspectives. The number 9 in our reading calls for deep introspection, inviting us to step back from outer conflict and reflect with understanding that something we must not do if we're able is to be judgmental, to just step back from that. Power struggles have forced us to confront this misalignment between expansive ideas and practical truths. Our cards today suggest there is much hope, in spite of how dark it all looks and seems. Our Lovers card today, 3rd house Gemini, which has Jupiter and our moon separating, where we're being asked to be grounded in our compassion with a sense of peace for yourself if you are able in this mass chaos. Relationships with others that has an opposing set of values is being looked at this time. The anger and resentment versus the desire to understand and locate common ground, while not condoning the harmful behaviors. Finding a way to hold space for your emotions without letting them consume you. Feelings of anger, not right or wrong. Feelings are not right or wrong. As we see and understand that values and morality not always equally available. We can be a light for those who need it that guides as we learn to walk in the darkness. None of us came with a manual. Many of the souls that we are dealing with are young souls that we need to teach to walk side by side with us. This is important because it is about our self-preservation, and due to the limits of the younger souls in their spiritual development, they behave in ways that lack balance. We're all different and all have different levels of soul development and wisdom, and must accept and acknowledge our shared humanity. Those who fear being woke and resisting proper understanding are acting out of fear, scarcity, and ignorance, rather than inherent malice. The behavior should not be excused, however, but rather factored into an emotional IQ of sorts that has not yet been developed and is now under review. In this light, those who have been stagnant and stuck will be shifting. And this is going to be beautiful. And I'm rather excited. I'm sad that we've had such a division, but there's something coming. Actions now, regardless of personal ideology, is shifting towards greater awareness. We are aligning our collective actions with our collective well-being, rather than self-interest only. Pluto in Aquarius and Gemini is driving us towards collaborations between groups that previously seemed ideologically opposed, bringing the division under the microscope, creating an environment where proper understanding and growth can begin, where we face our decisions and align with unity and compassion for the good of all. As we now step into a more mature way of being. Pluto in Aquarius. This is a 2,000-year cycle in the making. With that, this is a Decan walk, 36 phases, a Golden Dawn system. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Please like, share, and subscribe.